Hi, this first video is just to show you how to create the This Week's Lesson folder, the daily folders inside it, and then how to save that to your resources and use it the next week. So this is my class. In the stream here, you can see I've got this week's lessons, and if I click on that, I've got my week of, and then all of my days. If I go back to my materials page, I've also got my previous work page or folder. And then all of the weeks prior to that are inside that folder. So to get started with this, the first thing that you're going to do is go to Add Materials, and you're going to choose Add Folder. The title will be something like This Week's Lessons or This Week's Work. Once you have your title in, you're going to select your folder color. So if I chose yellow for this one, I would choose it here. And I want it to be published so my students would be able to see it, and click Create. This goes down to the bottom of my page to rearrange your different folders and assignments on here. I just click and drag where I have this week's lessons, and I'm just going to drag it up to where I want it to go. So now to put the daily Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday folders on the inside of this one, I'm going to click on this week's lessons. I can see that I'm in this folder. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go up to Add Materials, click Add Folder, type in the day. You can put the date as well if you want behind it. I'm going to choose a color for my folder and click Create. So go ahead and pause this video, create the folders Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and when you're finished, go ahead and unpause. Your screen should look similar to mine, where you have this week's lessons folder, and then you have the days of the week matched with the different colors. If you forgot to color your folders, you can do that really easily by going over to the settings, clicking Edit, and then choosing a color, and click Save Changes. So now that we have all of these in here, we're going to click back on the top, so we go back to our materials page, or you can click on materials. We want to save this kind of bare-boned lesson into our resources in Schoology. So we're going to click the settings, and we are going to come down and click Save to Resources. I want to save mine in my home collection. And then if you have a folder already set up, you can put it in a folder. I don't have a folder set up for it, so I'm just going to click Save Copy. So now I have a copied template of the bare basics for my class. So if this is my lesson that I need to switch into move into my previous work folder, what you do is you click on the settings, choose Move. In Destination, I'm going to choose Previous Work. Click on Move. So now it moved that folder out. And if I click on Previous Work, I can see this folder is right here. It says This Week's Lesson, so I want to change this from the words This Week's Lesson to the date. So I would do Edit. So if this was the dates, the 15th through the 19th, I'd click Save Changes, and now my folder is in the previous work. You can see it's kind of out of order here because it tries to put it in and it sees the 1-5. So I'm just going to drag this up to the top so it's the very first thing that the students see. So when I come back to my materials page, all my students are going to see now is this week's lesson and previous work.